Okay, so I am live, I think. Yes, okay. Looks like we're live here, but I can't see our own feed. Sorry, it will balance out. Everybody just bear with me for a minute, getting all the settings set. I wish it would show me a preview of what I'm streaming because I absolutely cannot see it. Sorry, YouTube Go Live. Twitch Go Live is not being as nice. No, don't you go off on me. All right, let's see. All right, just a second. Try and prop this light up. Sort of. Whee! Oh man, setting stuff up is fun. Okay. Set 1, set 2, little balance puppy. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's straight on this one. Make it straightish on this one. I have no idea what my Twitch feed looks like. Oh, I can check it on. You can speak, you know.
I'm just doing my best to...
my light's stuck in the hair. My hair's stuck in the light. Okay.
Would you like me to go ahead and get started then?
Just a minute. Let me see, because that's probably going to need adjusted on that thing.
I'll just grab a little bit of water and make sure that we're getting ready. So we'll be about 3 minutes in when we get started. That seems pretty normal for most streams and setups that I've seen. What's important is that we're all having fun. And I am having a grand time. With my Lamborghini Countach. Okay. That is the 3-minute mark. At least on our side of things.
I have no idea what Twitch is doing. It might not be cooperative. This is apparently what I'm streaming right now. It's just the menu.
Ooh.
I have no idea what's going on.
That's what happens when you try and go live on multiple applications at once.
Yes, I've got, let's see, tablet's doing YouTube Live. Up here, I've got the phone doing TikTok. And then up here above all of those is Twitch. No, okay, go live button.
I feel I should point out that this is all being done in the mobile studio. This isn't the standard Fangirl setup.
Well, they know I have a solid white table that I do such things on.
I mean, all things considered, I think we're doing a pretty good job to start up. That's the thing. I bet they're fighting right now. The YouTubers and the TikTokers are like, get on with it. And the Twitchers are like, hey, wait for us.
I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to abandon Twitch for Facebook Live because it's not showing. I don't even know why it shouldn't be recording my screen. I know what it's doing.
Is the device on the Wi-Fi?
I know what it's doing.
Oh, what is it doing? Tell us.
It's one of those apps where you can only stream your mobile games through it, I bet. Because it's recording my stream. Or my screen. But now I don't know how to, like, turn it off. How do I stop? Okay. Sorry, Twitch. It just wasn't meant to be. Alright, give me half a minute. I'm going to see if I can switch over to Facebook Live instead, just to, the lights here, why not? switch to... What the heck? The Fangirl. Switcheroo. Okay. We're going to click what's on my mind. We're going to click live video. And we're going to see what happens because I have no idea what happens after that. Yes, while using the app, you may use my things. Okay, well this one seems a little bit more... Okay, Facebook Live, I have no idea if I'm supposed to do this long ways or short ways, but we're going to do this as a test video and find out. So let's see here.
Ooh, oh, and the box appears to be glued, not taped. I'll confess, that is not something I'm usually fond of, because it usually means that there's a boxual destruction involved.
So this also wants vertical video, and now this light is also trying to leave us. Let's see here.
Ooh, 6.5 minutes in. We got this.
We got this. We don't got this.
Again, it's the perils of the mobile studio, so we will very delicately punch that. Oh, it hurts. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but Lord, next time can we please just do taped boxes?
I mean, I didn't make this box. Your complaints are not with me.
Stickers!
What I hate is that I can't see a thing for the... Let's see, is there a turn it around feature? Hey, there's quite a few people joining on TikTok.
Oh, look at this. I do believe this is our frame.
Let's see. Yes, you were in frame perfect right there. If you want to... Okay. Yes, you are the bottom? Let's see. Okay.
Going to set bag 2 aside for just a moment. We'll decide what to do with the stickers as well. I mean, obviously we'll apply them at some point, but we'll see what the instructions say, if they have any indication about applying before applying the brick, or wait till you're done. I'm usually a big proponent of apply the sticker before you put the kit together. Okay, so a small little bag there that we'll get here in a second.
Wait, is there a person? Do I see a minifig head?
Yeah, there's a minifig. Ooh. It's kind of hard to see on the box art, but if you look closely, you can see the little helmet and
like
his
the
yellow
bars
face
right above his, or right covering his face.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll have our instructions down here. I imagine those are the least interesting ones, though. So, okay, everyone ready for that magical sound? There we go.
So you appeal to the ASMR monsters, I see.
I mean, if I was going to sit here and just, you know, if I was going to do this the whole time, I think that'd make me one of them, but I'm going to actually try and make something out of this.
I hate it when I'm scrolling through videos and then it pops up with one of those people whispering and tapping the microphone, like, everything about that is horrible.
The sound people love it when you tap the microphone. Let's see. Ooh, interactive building instructions. Okay.
By the way, if you're wandering in and have no idea what's going on, I'm Megan, the fangirl, and I'm here with, I have no idea how you want to introduce, like, be known. Apparently I'm here with complete silence.
If I say something now, it will change the brand.
Will it? I mean, you're allowed to have a name. I don't know. I don't know if you want your human name or not.
I suppose for now it's Shin the Fanboy. Until we
not Fan Man.
Fan Man. Okay, gonna push these up to here. Because I imagine that most of these
And by the way, this is just important for me for people to know that my hands are way less furry than his, so that's how you can tell the difference. And they're tiny.
Uh,
I see his little fuzzy. Oh, look at that head.
it's got some scruff.
It does.
I legit wonder if this is at least based on a real person, or if this is just.
Trying to hold this to make. Oh, he's got a happy side.
Well, if I got to
so
drive a
many
Lamborghini
cameras.
Countach, I'm pretty sure I'd be really excited too. So I think we should put the smiling face out front. And see, helmet, visor up, and his wrench.
Now he kind of looks like the bad cop from the Lego movie. Didn't he carry around a wrench?
Not a wrench. Surely not a wrench.
I thought it was something that was not
and
a gun.
there's hair too, and it even kind of looks like mine. He's gonna stay here while we're doing this. Okay, getting our Technic explanations. I mean, look at this thing. Tell me that that does not look like a super Technic piece. Okay, are you symmetrical? Yes, it does appear you are symmetrical. So it appears we go under here. Oh, looks like we got a second visor for the helmet.
That is a weird bonus piece.
I mean, I wonder if they're either... Being transparent, they're probably loss prone, but they could be break prone as well. Okay. You want to keep an eye on chat, see if anybody says things or have any questions?
Well, that's the hard part. Is the most active one is the one that's upside down. So. Okay.
Maybe we'll do this a bit differently next time.
Yep, our puppy is sliding.
Perhaps the rat?
I'm gonna try the bigger puppy. Excuse me. Just don't mind me. Just shoving a dog under the.
So 2x6 flat under here. Pair of 1x6 flats.
There, that's somewhat.
And true to form, I'm going to try to arrange all the Lego icons either this way or this way. Because that makes my...
Wait, that's a thing?
It makes my OCD very happy.
Okay, well then question.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Lego include random extra pieces?
Generally, it's if you lose or break them. Because you'll notice in most cases, they're the really, really tiny pieces. Let's see, the old... I feel odd calling them a 1x1, but you know, it's a one stud. One stud brick, not a one stud flat. Axle set. Ooh, I actually forgot to check on that. Did we pop those right? We did. Good. Okay, axle set 2. Put him in there. Now I need a 1x4 black to keep the color scheme going. Okay, and 2 more axles. Now, to my knowledge, I've never been able to find a Lego icon on axle pieces like this, so generally I don't concern myself with the orientation of the labels. On the other hand, maybe I'm just weird.
I just like how the little minifig is back there, just like happy in his debris of Legos.
I mean, again, if oh, do we not have a brick separator?
Oh, no, I didn't see one. I'm sure you have plenty hanging around, though, don't you?
Not hanging around. Okay, I don't think it makes a difference, but I do like it when all of them All the axle pieces are going to be oriented.
Oh, you're in frame.
Sure, each. And so, oops. And so, sorry, sir, we are going to pop this really quickly. Turn it 90 degrees. Or lose it completely.
There's somebody entering my house right now.
And the symmetrical gods smile upon us. Okay, wonderful. Now we're starting to get to the white pieces. So, again, certain items like this have a very standard orientation, so don't have to worry about that. Get that there. Pretty straight.
How many Lego cars have you built from this line? Because I noticed you were very like, yes, this is a great series when we were in the store looking.
Funny enough, this is the first one that I have built myself. Now, my brother is huge into them. He's always loved cars. And I think he really appreciates ones that are, you know, not Lego bricky, that are actually trying to be smooth and sleek. I think the licensed part of it is kind of nice, but I just think he appreciates that it's, you know, not a one-seater, which is how a lot of Lego cars that went through the old city style had to be in. So, okay. I am sorry, Chad. I'm going to try and keep my hand a little further out of frame when possible. And that is here is progress so far.
Oh, keep in mind, this is more of a test stream. You get better bearings as you go. Usually when I film, I'm on like stomach facing the camera and I'm reaching in like this, but it's not very easy to do without the table lights. The big ring light is a very big hindrance.
I'm not centered. There we are. Okay. I mean, as everyone talks about, the old Lambo Countach was such a big car of the 80s. I mean, you know me and my nerddom. I like it because there were several Transformers that turned into one version of the Countach or another.
Side swipe and... Oh, I thought I'd be better at it than this. I'm not.
That's okay. We are not judging here. But the ones I know off the top of my head are, of course, the G1 twins, which would be Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. One of the characters that was retooled from Sideswipe, which would be the original Red Alert. And one of the Stunticons, I believe it was Breakdown. I'm sure if I'm incorrect, chat will let me know.
I don't know. I can see some hearts flying up on TikTok, but right now YouTube.
But yeah, that's
quiet.
that's always there's just something, I don't know. When I look at the Countach, I see something very simultaneously streamlined, but not scientifically aerodynamic in odd proportions the way we see a lot of modern supercars. And that's not me trying to dig, because I know that they have superior handling, they can achieve much higher speeds. I get all that, but there's something that feels very impersonal about that. I wish I could describe it. It's there's just something about this that it feels like, it feels simultaneously like a car that you could actually drive down the road, versus some of these supercars I'm not even sure you're supposed to. They're supposed to be track only.
And just so you're aware, because I know 3 cameras at once is a lot, we have the box in frame for the Facebook Live. That's why I scooched it back.
Hi, Facebook Live. Okay, so let's... Although there's something just so incredibly soothing about watching it come together a piece at a time.
That was the feedback I got when we got the flowers. Is it's so relaxing to watch people build Legos.
And just talk about silly things, about 80s supercars. Unfortunately, I'll probably never drive one, but
I remember being a Girl Scout and we were at some retreat location where they had a NASCAR that was there for the day. And it's like you could not, like, the doors didn't open. You had to climb in through the windows, and there was no actual seat on the on the passenger side.
As silly as it sounds, one of the things I really enjoyed about the movie Cars was they got that right, that they don't have any creases if they can help it, which is why, to make himself look like a car, Lightning McQueen has the
stickers.
Exactly, which is what Sally calls him, which again, to me, was just absolutely adorable. Okay, we've got a small piece assembly here, so I've got 2 of these guys.
Thank you for the TikTok hearts. I cannot see because the camera's upside down who is sending them, but I see the little hearts shooting up every few seconds.
Well, I think we mentioned earlier, this is the mobile setup, so we're not in Fangirl's usual place.
No, not with my beautiful white table and.
Okay, well, this piece is going to orient toward the front, so I'll assemble based on that. So which means I want these guys facing this way.
What was it that we watched your brother build yesterday? Was that Singapore?
Yes, he was building the Singapore architecture series, which kind of served the purpose of, yeah, we should really get into this. Okay, so we're going to put 4 of them facing this way, and once again, making sure my orientations are just right. And yes, that does usually, we'll have to check each piece to make sure that the Lego icon, I'm sorry, the Lego label, Lego tomograph.
When the OCD kicks on.
Oh, but the thing is, when you get the whole thing assembled, and you know that all of them are facing the same direction, there is something unspeakably gratifying about it.
I don't know. It does not hit the same for me, but now that you've explained it, it'll probably be taking up free rent in my head forever.
The thing is, I don't expect anybody to really, what's the term? I never expect anybody to really get it, but if you can comprehend it, that's great. Okay, so he will be going this way when we're done. Okay. Oh, this is going to get real interesting. Okay, so I need to discover if he's going to be going like this, but we need to assemble a few pieces around him. Wait, no, he's not. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I should just read the instructions first. And
what instructions? I don't read instructions.
And then you get parts like this where it's really hard to tell where the little Lego emblem is and what orientation it's at. So I believe that is correct. And then when I say I believe, then that, you see, that's when it gets me. I have to say unacceptable.
You have to say unacceptable.
Clearly. Ah, yes. Okay, so I can read the Lego emblem there, so it clearly goes here. I knew we should have muted notifications.
Yeah, I figured if it was doing video, it would not do it like it does for normal video, but apparently my phone decided no. Whatever it wants to do, it's going to do today.
And snap my friend into here. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have just built. And it will go here on the front. Slides down right into that little crevasse there, and with a little push, it is now secure. Oh, that, you see, this is extra weird because I'm going to make sure about that. Oh, wait. Did I miss one? Oh, no. Now I've got to double check all my work. Aha. There is yet another one of these pieces that goes right in there. But what was getting me is...
But then it goes face down, so it seems like what was the point of that?
But what's interesting is that it looks like it's slight... I mean, it's having trouble getting this on the camera, but it's slightly bent. And I'm not sure if that's on purpose or if I should be doing something about that.
We'll wait and see in the aftermath.
Well, depending on the orientation, if that's where the spoiler is going, that may be on a bit of a... on a very slight incline. See, now I'm really uncertain. Something feels... Aha! Aha! And this is why we double check ourselves when things are not lining up quite properly. So earlier when I put in these two and these two little gray friends here, this was supposed to go in there. So usually in my builds I set aside the pieces I'm going to be putting in and then put them in, and getting excited about being on camera and showing everyone what a fun time I'm having, and then that happens. And so my friend goes here. Loctite and all one level, which makes me feel like we're doing this right. Okay, looks like we got some wheel wells coming up. And these will go right over the axles, unsurprisingly. So, one friend there.
I just want to help him. He needs help. He would like to sit up and watch the action.
I see. Okay. I always called these cliff pieces. I felt like you would put them out there as, you know, essentially a cliffside. But in this case, they're forming the interior of the wheel well, which is pretty dang cool. I actually really like that. And on this side. I thank everyone for their patience. We are trying to make sure we make this work with multiple streaming services at the same time.
One of which I've never tried to utilize before, so it's a complete adventure.
Never ever?
I've never done Facebook Live, no.
Never ever ever.
Never ever. I mean, that's why I tried to do Twitch first, but then Twitch went no. So.
Okay, so let's push these a little bit over here. Get our orientations proper. Okay, like that. And like that. And that. Ah! Goes right there.
You did it.
And we'll do another one of those for the opposite side. So we want you and you.
Does our guy have a name?
Again, I'm not sure if he's based on a real person or not, and so I'd feel really bad if I misnamed him. But how about we give him a preliminary name?
All right, I need ideas.
Was that you asking me or you asking chat?
Well, since I cannot see the most active chat. And all the live services work extremely differently. It's very maddening.
I imagine. Give me 1 second. See, I never want to give bad information, so...
Are you looking up the driver's name?
No. You see, that would be fun, but that would be a bit... Because we're going to give him our initial name first. So... Okay, good. I'm not crazy, but I always want to make sure because I will not give out bad information. But Lamborghini is an Italian name.
Oh, yeah, that one I knew.
Yeah, it's an Italian manufacturer. And it was one of those... Okay, again, it's got the G. It has to be Italian, but like I said, I'm not going to sit here and like, oh God, but am I absolutely sure? When was the last time I actually went to Italy and went to like the Lamborghini showroom to confirm that Lamborghini is indeed an Italian company?
If you went to Italy without me just to look at cars, I'd be so sad.
As you would have an absolute right to do, because that would be a really bad decision on my part. Okay, so we could go for like the really cliched names. I'm tempted to go with his name as Luigi, but not no. You see, that's the thing, but not because of the Super Mario Brothers, but because the last Italian guy I worked with on a construction project, his name was Luigi, although his boss's name was Simone. So,
Panucci. Like Panucci's Pizza. Yeah, let's make everybody on the internet depressed. Everyone who's old enough to remember Futurama. So
I'm going to go with Simone unless you have a better idea. Do you have a better idea?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Then until we determine that if it's an actual person with an actual name,
although I will
this is Simone.
I will recommend, if you are able, to push the bricks in with your left hand, if possible.
Say hi, Simone.
Hello, Simone.
Get him set back up here. So push bricks in with the left hand?
If you are able. If not, it's all right. But when you use your left hand, it's much clearer on camera.
Nope, that's fair. We'll start doing that. Another one of these guys. So once again, we check the orientation of the Lego emblem on the inside. Make sure they're all facing the same way, because then that will be the most perfect of all. So I need 2 pieces that are the... See, these are the really, really difficult ones, because when they're smooth on top, they don't have a Lego emblem in there. So you have to look at the bottom and then orient that one the right way. Okay, then check on this.
See, in the past, I've always done Lego builds as speed videos.
See, what's interesting here is that now we have that little gap that seems very, very deliberate.
Well, yeah, that's the door handle, right?
I believe so, yes. I'm not holding my breath that it has actual opening doors, but we never know.
Yeah, I don't know. We saw some like motorized Legos and stuff recently, so they've come a long way.
Okay, so bottom of hinge pieces, which I'm going to assume we're going to be filling in next.
So I'm realizing that the parts I thought were little seats are not little seats.
So we've got these fun boys. I don't see these terribly often, but they're the hinge pieces that go on the hinge bases, but they're 2x2s instead of 2x1s. So we'll slot these in quickly.
So then I guess the door would open, or is that for the windows, do you think?
I believe these are going to be part of the engine, because if I'm not mistaken, it's a rear engine vehicle. So all of the engine-looking things are going to be back in this section. Okay, so 2 transparent 1x2s and 2. I always call these grates, and that's just great. I'm waiting for the day when I can't find a piece and everyone in Twitch land is screaming, "It's right in front of you! No, down, to the left, to the left!"
I had that happen on a live stream of the Walking Dead video game before, and everybody's like, the pillow. Like, yeah, I see the pillow. What about you're supposed to use it as a silencer? And I was not picking up on that. Like, what about the stupid pillow? I see the pillow.
Use the pillow as a silencer, I assume, for a firearm.
Yes, because you were trying to kill, I think, a zombie without alerting the others.
Find the little Lego emblem, make sure it's facing the right way, and then gently slide it into place. Check chat really quick and make sure everyone's okay and not losing their minds over my ridiculousness.
I am not seeing any surge, anything happening.
I'm going to take that as that means I'm doing it right.
That I do. I don't know how this is going to go. I want to try and get this aligned a little better.
Ah!
Sorry, did I mess anything up?
I mean, Simone's not happy, but...
Gosh, this puppy is not a Beanie Baby. Definitely
okay.
not.
Okay. We need to... I'm going to tear that stand apart and figure out what is going on with it.
It's a brat.
A bratwurst? I love bratwurst. I saw the most bizarre thing. So, Fangirl and I were out the other day. We have a Lego store nearby. And we went in to take a look about things we might be able to find to do builds here. And the Lord of the Rings Rivendell is out.
Oh, it is, but it's like $500. It's obscene.
But what got me is, as I was looking at the chairs for the council, the backs of the chairs were hot dogs.
Were they really?
I feel...
I didn't even know.
I mean, actually, since they don't have buns, I'm going to assume they're sausages, but yes.
They can be a hot dog without a bun.
But for their size, like, because they're about the same size as Simone's wrench there, I think that's more of a sausage, or maybe a really big Slim Jim. Whoop. Sorry about that. Light shift. Yeah, like I said, this is what happens when we're not at the home setup, and that's okay. Okay. Okay, gray friend here, gray friend here. Okay, we're going to make these vertical. Ah, my gentle fingers do not want to. There we go. Nice proper 90-degree angles.
Okay, I think I got all the cameras back on track. If I could just quit bumping them, that'd be great.
That would be great.
It'd be great. The greatest. Great. I've gotten 5 text messages since I silenced my phone that we need dog food. Like, I know, it's in my trunk.
Okay, and again, let's make sure these are very nicely, properly oriented. That will slot very nicely right there. I feel like there should be some classical music going on in the background. I just feel like this is... There's something makes me feel all snooty and sophisticated.
I don't know. The first time I tried to make like a little short video that included you, like I couldn't get you to turn off the music that you had playing. So it was interesting to try and work around it.
I'm hoping that we didn't get copyright struck.
Yes, but it doesn't matter on TikTok so much.
Do, 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 do.
I layered it with many other sounds.
Do, 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 do. I don't think it was Toto, though.
No, but I did use that one for when we had the flood outside.
Yeah, apparently my apartment complex did not have a properly functioning drainage system. One of these times around, it did not make for a pleasant experience.
Yeah, so if you go on my TikTok, there's a video on there where I'm walking through like knee-high water and my car is all the way under it.
Oh, wow. We are building the back, and it is quite sophisticated. So I'm going to look at this quickly to make sure I get this oriented properly. And I'm going to very politely request... we're going to have our first sticker going on here.
Oh, stickers.
Could you get sticker number 2?
Yes.
On this guy.
I'm going to do that off camera.
And
okay, so is the Countach, is that like the type of Lamborghini?
yes, the Lamborghini Countach. Countach. Okay, so I'm going to try and build as much of this in frame as I can. So he's actually going to attach, I believe, back like this. Oh, yes.
Everybody clap for me.
Well done. That is solid. It's very well centered. Honestly, I can't even see the edges. That looks...
Really, I just traced it on there because I'm that talented. My hands are that steady. You didn't even know.
We are all thoroughly impressed.
I wish you guys could see this poor little Beanie Baby pig being used to prop up one of these stands because it looks like it's suffering so bad.
Get on there. Get on there. Ah!
That's right, I have a real camera. But it doesn't connect to the internet, so it's useless.
Since it's balancing something on its spine, does that make it a razorback? Whoa! What are you?
It's a red 2-piece Lego thing.
I don't know if I'm trying to be like hyperbolic here. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before.
It just has a little bit more gap than normal, doesn't
No,
it?
it's a 1x3, but it's got 2 bumps in the center. So you know how all of these are a 2x1 with the center bump? Again, maybe I'm weird. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. I'm here for it. There we go. Uh-oh. And at the same time, doing something you don't do with Lego sets very often. So we're going to have to attach this guy, which is the 1x2 with the hooks at the end. And we're going to place the center there. Since it only had that to grab onto, we need to keep it centered. So again, it's not like it's like I've never seen sets that do that. It just doesn't. Most instructions do not have you do that very often. So I'm going to put 2 hooks on either side of this. So I grew up with a lot of Castle and Forestmen, and for me, these would always get put on the sides of structures, and that's where you'd place, an axe or a sword for somebody to walk by and pick up. So I always refer to those as holders.
See, those are very rare pieces when I was a kid. But then again, I only had like one big kit that came with like two minifigures and a bunch of random pieces, and I had one knight set with a horse and something that had a monkey with it.
Pirates had monkeys, I believe.
But I don't remember having pirates.
It might not have been exclusive to pirates, but
I mean, that was back when, Lego was a big boy only thing. And although I don't know how I feel about the Lego Friends and their skinny figures. I feel like it's body shaming the minifigs.
I mean, I can tell you all about it if you want, but...
Oh, really? You know about the Lego Friends backstory?
I mean, the business of it, I know a good deal about it.
All right, well, share some details. Drop your knowledge, dear.
So, Lego Friends was their attempt, and a very successful one, to capture the demographic that wasn't playing with Legos, which was essentially girls that would prefer things like Barbie. So, young girls usually want, their avatars to resemble them, and, I don't think it's a problem personally, but on the other hand, again, they didn't need to appeal to me because I was already using Lego. I was already playing with Lego.
I guess
girls by their research, and again, in this case, I'm going to say it was probably accurate research. In their opinion, I'm sorry, not opinion, in their research, girls who weren't playing with Legos wanted Legos that essentially looked like them, and the blocky figures didn't do that, but the Friends series did.
See, I don't know. As someone who grew up playing with Legos and Barbie, and I
Then
took them
but
for
that's the
what they
thing.
were.
You're clearly already buying Legos. Friends was the strongest non-licensed brand
Really?
Lego had.
Really?
Yes, and it's in those very, very early years.
I saw so many of them like end up on clearance. I always assumed that it just did not perform very well.
Well, if it didn't perform well, though, it wouldn't still be around.
Well, like Lego Elves, I thought that was a very clever line, and they had the dragons and all that. And like that went by the wayside pretty quickly when I felt like that could have gone on forever. Like what's the Bionicles?
Bionicle, I thought was a great idea. I do not, for the love of me, I do not understand how it lasted as long as it did. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm just, as somebody who didn't, super get into it, that's what makes me like, I did not realize this had the level of following that it did.
No, but they had a lot of promotional material too with that. Like I believe they had a series. They had tons of Toys R Us tie-ins.
See, one of my favorites was just the fact that the first sets of Bionicles, the ones that I got, the original 6, they came with a mini CD with them. And there was this little interactive thing. There was a code on the side, and you could unlock like little FMV cutscenes and things like that. It had a little map of the island.
And I feel like you had to be in your mid-20s at least when that came out, and that's adorable.
That sounds about right. Early 20s.
I had like a 4 or 5-year-old when they first started coming out, so they were too advanced for him at that point.
Trying to see the orientation on my friend here. Okay, he's going to go on like this. And just a question is like this or like this? I feel like chat's very disappointed in me right now. Sorry, it's my OCD. I can't help it. Actually, I'm going to put him on this side. There's a... You can't always see them, but you can kind of sometimes see the... I'll try and get it there. The tiny little imperfections for where it had to get cut off the sprue. So I do my very best to keep those hidden. Okay. Now this piece... Oh yes, this whole back end is extraordinarily, I'm not sure if complicated is the right word, involved?
Plus, I'm forcing you to use your left hand, so I'm sure that doesn't make it easy.
Again, it's a bit therapeutic. There are plenty of times where I'm walking back and forth, and I'll carry the equipment with my left hand, and when I'm driving things into the ground, I'll switch sides to try and make sure I'm not favoring one over the other. And I still have Africa going through my head. I'm doing my best to not get us demonetized.
That's all right. Usually, for all the times I've derped out singing random things in the middle of something, it usually only hits if you have music, copyrighted music in it.
Okay. I'm gonna check on chat again, make sure they don't need anything right now.
Gonna check on Chad?
Chat.
Oh, Chat.
Chat. Yes, chat.
I was like, I've never heard this name, Chad. Who is Chad? No, I just did my face swipes. As far as I can tell, it sounded like one of my devices made a little noise, but I could not find it. I cannot even tell at this point if anybody is watching on Facebook Live. I do not know. Either it's being covered by my holder on the phone, or I do not know how to see that.
Okay, this is getting more and more and more interesting. So, okay, this plate goes here, and now it's going to attach right here. You get that very, very slight verticality to it. Now we'll do one for the opposite side. Nice tight right angles. Oops, you are over here. Very satisfying click.
You did it. Those are the taillights, I think, yes?
I cannot imagine them anything else, so I'm going to go with yes.
It's starting to feel very spaceshipy back there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, looks like I've got a 1x3 smooth going in. You know, I'll need to double check. I feel very confident saying that there was another transformer. In Japan, it was known as car robots. Over here, it was robots in disguise. I think Mock Alert / Prowl was also a Countach.
What is RC?
So in the newest series, Earthspark, I believe it's the first time she's ever had a human vehicle. She is a very old school. Reminds me of Biff Tannen's car from Back to the Future. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere. I need to look it up. It's got that very classic 50s vibe to it. But as far as I know, that, at least as far as I can remember, that is the first Earth vehicle she's ever taken. She's always been a Cybertronian, you know, futuristic space car up to this point.
I'm surprised there are not more Transformer logos, honestly. It seems like a perfect tie-in.
Well, number one, everyone wants them to convert.
But you could do like that 2-in-1 like we've seen with other sets.
That's a good point. So, I mean, my initial thought was there's that. Apart from that, I imagine there's a certain license issue. I don't know how profitable the Optimus Prime they just made was, but it's still pretty good. But yeah, I imagine, and I may be mistaken, that people prefer their Transformers to transform and not have to be disassembled. But again, I'd be happy to be proven wrong on that one. The nice thing, though, is that Optimus Prime lends himself as a boxy truck to very much be enabled by the hard corners of Lego bricks. Okay, and now it's time. Everyone ready? Dun, 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 dun.
Wow! Wait, listen!
Hey! Okay, and I believe that now gets pushed right in there.
Wow, that actually looks good. It's starting to look like a car.
I mean, this side not so much.
That looks like a bobsled, like from a really intense team, but...
Yeah, that's starting to look really good, though.
Why don't we have any wheels? Oh, we still have a whole
we have a whole nother bag to get
we're
to.
We're almost out of pieces, and there's no wheels.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.
I think I saw that set too at the Lego store.
I think there have been a couple, but I know there's a big UCS one.
Here you go with that fancy talk again.
Ultimate Collectors Series. Okay, so that orientation I can't help, but I can help this one. This is going on the left side of the vehicle, so we've got a 2x1 on our boomerang piece. And yes, I would give these, I guess, corner pieces. This is before Avatar and Sokka, but I would give these to my forestmen as boomerangs.
See, I always ended up with Alien and Predators in my Lego sets. It felt like they were to scale for the minifigs.
What?
I'd have the Alien and Predators action figures that I'd put in with my Lego sets.
How are those to scale with minifigs?
Because they're gigantic compared to people.
No, the Predator's like, I think 7 feet tall, and even that seems like a stretch.
Are you arguing with my imaginary play pattern?
You see, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I'm proud of you for using the term play pattern.
Thanks, I learned it from Conan O'Brien visiting the American Girl store.
I remember.
Now, what do you call pieces like that one, where it's like 2 on the bottom and then 2 in the front like that? It's an L shape, but it's not a traditional L shape.
Yeah, so I don't have a personal name for that one. I wish I had. So there's what we had in a lot of the old days was there was a 1x1 stud that also had a piece, a stud piece that went out to the side, and so I usually referred to that as like a lamppost piece because it was used a lot in cars to be headlights, but it got used in other things too, obviously. But that's what I mostly remember it for. Okay, how in the world does this connect?
Magic.
That is the only explanation I have right now. I believe... Yeah, I believe it wants to go in right there. So I guess we slide this in? That does not feel right. Something is amiss at the Circle K. So the thing is, the instructions... The instructions seem to have it oriented right about here. I'm going to take a long, hard look at this really quick and make sure I've assembled it properly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a moment here. You know, I'm going to set it aside for just a second.
When Legos give you an existential crisis.
Am I the builder or am I the brick?
Maybe you're the tool. Maybe you're the brick separator.
But am I following my own code?
You're what is it? Ganishnu, that's the god of creation and destruction. All Lego builders can be.
I feel like there's a Queen whatever a wannabe joke somewhere in here that it's just not coming quite to me at the moment. Not evil, you're the least evil person I know.
I don't know, the second Lego movie was so sad. Like something terrible was going on with that family.
They were siblings. They were fighting.
No,
and
but
she
like the
and she
dad wasn't around anymore. And...
I honestly think that was a Will Ferrell thing. They probably couldn't get him back for a reasonable price.
Sure, but they
as much as I hate the meta of the whole thing,
they could have made a line about it. They could have made a line like, he's working so much lately.
No, he was there at the end though. At least I think that was his voice. Yeah. Honey, where's my pants?
I'm gonna have to pull it back out and figure it out.
Okay. So again, according to this, they both go back here.
I'll have to trust in you.
I'm displeased. This does not feel right to me.
It does not look right either, compared to the box. But it looks good.
Oh no.
What?
I think I see what's going to happen. It'll probably happen when I flip the... Yep. You see, this is what you do. You flip the page and then you see...
Oh, yeah, that looks much better.
Oh my gosh, just the elegance.
The elegance.
The elegance.
I love you so much.
Oh my gosh, look at it.
The elegance.
Oh. Look at how it just... And look how it... around the cones. Oh my... Oh, that is positively amazing. Oh, I'm sorry I doubted you, Lego Instructions. I'm so sorry. I will never doubt again. My darling.
Yes.
Could you please take this piece here and put sticker number 4 on it? Okay.
Are you mad that it is slightly?
Yes. It's a bit crooked.
Slightly crooked. What I couldn't tell until it went all the way down. It's down now for the count. I'm sorry. There's no peel up spot that's not gonna ruin it.
There's no peel up spot.
I'm sorry. It'll be okay. I've ruined your elegance. I'll never get into that fancy school now. Maybe it'll be the bottom of the car, or it'll get covered.
It's a sticker.
Let me live in my denial.
Okay, chat. Just between you and me, we're going to try and fix it later when she's not looking.
Rude. I'm sorry. I'm rusty over here, just trying to, You don't be interesting with nothing to do but be interesting.
But you don't live with your OCD.
Yeah, I have OCD.
I'm sorry. That was a misspeak on my part. You do not live with my OCD. Oh, okay. This will be interesting because it says specifically. Wait, I need to make sure I get these on the right sides. My friend, you go there. My other friend, you go here. Ah. Could you please take this piece from me, darling, and
Because
put
it
sticker
hurts you?
3? No, because I'm going to trust you.
Okay, sticker 3.
Okay, and those of you in Twitch land, these are all the spare pieces we have. So we're going to gently brush these over to the side so we won't grab them for anything else. How are you doing, Simone? You see, you're right. I should have put him on the regular face first, and that way I could switch him to the smiling face to show everyone that he's having a good time.
Okay. Now I've tried to make it to where it balances a little bit, so it's slightly off to make it look like it's on purpose. You can't see his face, but he's very upset. That way it's not like so obviously a little crooked on the top one.
Okay, no. Let's in deference to this particular attempt, let's put the item in place, and we will see if we notice or not. And again, everyone, this is why you double check the instructions. Remember that amazing tailpiece we put together?
No, where did it go?
Okay.
Did you get ahead of yourself?
Nope. I merely misread. And these were one peg forward than where they should have been. So I'm sorry, guys. I need to do this one right-handed.
Man, those fingernails. Those are choice fingernails.
It's for all that Lego constructing I do.
Elegance.
That's the problem. You only ever get that. You only ever get to do it the first time once. You okay there, Simone? Oops. And of course, in the midst of all that, forgot 2 more pieces. Smoothie goes up there.
This kind of gives me PTSD flashbacks to when my kid got the Toy Story RC racer car in Lego format. And it was just like 200 pages of directions.
Let's kind of square up these angles just a little bit. Okay, is everyone ready for that majestic sound again?
to pop those tires on so bad.
Oh my gosh, and it's got just like the most basic possible Lego steering wheel. I am legit curious as to if the real Lamborghini Countach has a standard steering wheel, or if it's got, you know, like a Knight Rider thing where it's got like the gull wing steering wheel. There, doesn't that feel good?
I feel like there's a "that's what she said" joke in there somewhere.
And you see, I don't dislike stickers, but these came pre-rendered. Can we just have more of those? And they're very slightly off center too, so these look like the hubcaps, so I guess we'll just put up with that. Okay, boomerangs. Trying to get myself in the habit of remembering that I'm building this for other people as much as myself. Okay, I'm going to be doing a mini build with this. And I believe this is going to be one of the doors. So we will orient this. Looks like driver's...
We still don't know if the door's open, do we?
Nope. I'm getting the impression it's a no, but...
It looks like the windows might have a mobile piece on them, but that could just be how they're designed.
I imagine like the entire canopy is probably going to lift up so we can get the minifig in.
We have been streaming for 73 minutes.
And by piece count, we're probably only halfway done.
I know.
Maybe less. The number 2 bag was really big.
What happens if all my phones just start dying?
Then that will be a lesson for next time.
We'd have to pause until next time because we wouldn't be able to finish.
Could you imagine that? We get like up to the last couple pieces and guys, it's about to come together. Wait for it. Here we go.
I can't tell
Here we go. Boo, stream over.
I can't tell you how many times I've been editing and just been like, oh my gosh, I gotta beat my camera from overheating right now. The battery's got like 2 minutes left. I gotta hurry.
Chop, 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 chop. Okay, so now we look at the inside of it. Friend goes here. Oh, another piece I'm not sure I've ever seen before. It's just like this guy, except he's only 1 stud wide. I love it.
So do you know the story for why the flower sets often have little gun pieces in them? Why they didn't just make like a better custom fit for the flowers?
Because why would you tool up something new when you've got something that will function just fine?
Because it just seems weird to give little guns with flowers. Very peaceful thing made with tiny guns.
And yet I'm going to assume there is some bricks on, was it brick arms, brick armor, or something like that? It's like, oh yeah, by purchasing this one flower set, you get an entire battalion's worth of. Okay. Well, looks like it's at least a possibility.
Ooh.
It is on.
I will be very excited if the door can open. I love it when they leave motion range in the Legos.
Okay, now to do the other door.
Do you remember Connects?
Absolutely.
I feel like they didn't last very long.
I believe I don't think they excuse me, sorry about that. I don't think they enjoy the same marketing push that they had when they first came on the scene, but I think I still see them here and there.
Every so often, I think they get revived, or maybe
What the? I guess this is just on the stamp of the mold. This is copyright 2015 Lego Group.
I mean, yeah, that's probably for that patent design, whatever, however they use it for those.
Yeah, but still fascinating.
So, are you a Mega Block snob? Are you like
Oh
Legos only?
no. I mean, am I a Lego snob?
Well, yeah. Are you a snob against Mega Blocks? I guess is what I'm saying.
Snob against Mega Blocks. Wait a minute, I'm not doing this right.
'Cause they have some fun Pokemon sets.
Okay, so you are going to be oriented this way. See, this is the problem when you construct things in the opposite direction.
It's 2023. They can be oriented however they want.
That wasn't what I meant.
Don't you tell them how to live their life.
They're going to live their life, at least for the next, couple days, months, we'll see, as a Lamborghini Countach. And then we will see
until it rolls off your desk
and then
goes
we
into 100 pieces.
And then we will see 262 pieces if they all break apart. And then after that, we will see if the bricks speak to me and say, "No, we would rather be this."
Do the bricks often speak to you? I can recommend you some people for that to help.
I mean, it's usually only when they want to be something else. Have you never had the bricks speak to you? I am a suspect of this.
Can't say particularly that I've had that issue.
I am suspect of this claim.
You can be as sussy as you want.
Have you never looked at something and you can kind of hear its voice saying, "Oh, wouldn't I look so much prettier if you disassembled me and made me into..." And they tell you what they want to be.
That sounds like a serial killer, honestly.
We're talking about Lego bricks. It's literally the thing.
Legally, we are speaking about Lego bricks.
This is literally the thing they're made for.
Sticker. There's a bunch of stickers left.
Well, for construction purposes, we probably need to keep these closed. So I'm guessing we're going to have some right angle stuff coming up here in a minute. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Oh, Lord, we're doing it again.
A third door.
1, 2, 3. Oh no, we're not placing it in the dead center. The interior is only 5 wide. But it's... I hadn't looked at it before. So yeah, you've got 4x4 block here. Notice that the interior here, is probably where the driver is going to sit, is 5 wide, and they're offset in between each of these. Can you tell this is the first time I have built a Speed Champion set? Like I said, my brother's built a few of them, and I've watched him, but it's something I guess I never really internalized.
He makes you watch and doesn't let you help.
They're his. The same way I built my Razor Crest without him, I rebuilt all my M-Tron stuff without him.
What's M-Tron?
Oh, you are a youngin'.
That doesn't sound familiar to me.
M-Tron was one of the early space sets. After they went from generic space and started having like Blacktron and Space Police, M-Tron internationally was more like fire department, but over here they made them be more like miners. But the M for M-Tron was magnets.
Oh.
So they integrated a lot of the magnetic pieces. Ooh, gear shift time!
Looks like a little microphone.
It does. honestly, it would not surprise me if this was. We'll have to pull up like one of the, what is it, videos sets, and see if that's included in one of those. Oh my gosh.
Did Lego do Five Nights at Freddy, or was that a different one?
I feel like that was a different one. Yes, that would probably have a lot of them too.
Because there's Mega Bloks, and then there's another one that's Lego-esque, and I can't think of what it's called. But they did like I think the Steven Universe and
what? I swear that was McFarlane.
Yeah, that sounds right. But
which is really odd. McFarlane's getting into the brick thing, but again,
yeah, I think they did the FNAF ones too.
You know, if that's his thing, bully on him.
I don't think it's just one person anymore. Pretty sure McFarlane's a big business.
Oh, it most assuredly is. Again, got no problem with him branching out. Man's known for making well, the company's known for making quality products. Like you said, it's definitely a multi-person operation now.
He's probably so old. He's like, what the heck is FNAF?
I feel very confident saying the man has kids.
Possibly, but who's to say that they're into it?
He probably has people. He needs to know what's.
Maybe it's like Mary Poppins, where his children are the reason that he made those toys because they loved it so much. That's what happened with Disney.
All I'm saying is that maybe, just maybe, he wants to be on the cutting edge of things. He wants to.
Well, they have whole conventions where you just like walk through and see different brands that are up for licensing, and I think that's neat. Like I appreciate seeing Odd Ones Out merchandise because he came from the tubes, but it's kind of sad to me because I feel like Jaden Animation deserves a lot more, and Let Me Explain Studios deserves a lot more merchandising than they ever get.
I think our fandom and view numbers give us a very distorted feeling on what is financially viable. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's very easy for us to say, having worked in a comic shop at one point, and the number of people that would say, oh, if only Marvel would do this, they'd make so much money, when people have no idea what they're talking about.
They're all very similar. Like, they all did animation. They all have the sort of white body type of animation style. And I feel like Odd Ones Out... Uh-oh, something died. Your power bank died.
We lost our... Wow, that thing drains.
Oh, yes, it is hot on this cord. Do we have a backup by chance? Or a brick I can... Yes. Just a moment.
That battery is hot.
It is not happy with us. All right, power back on. Oh, cool. Well, that's kind of neat, but I don't... That might be too distracting. What do you think?
Disco party!
What? Look on the feed. Is that too distracting?
It's definitely too distracting.
Okay, what else can we do? Why am I on colors? Dang, though. It's kind of sucking me in. Let's just try it for a minute. No, it's not bright enough. I like the colors
So now we need to get a second ring light and have that one display colors while the other one.
I have so many of these. This one's staying here. I'm not carrying it up these stairs twice. Because every year at Black Friday, I buy another ring light in case my good ring light goes out. And so far it hasn't, so I just have like 6 of these things hanging around.
I am so proud of you for having a backup plan in place already.
Why wouldn't I? First of all, they're tax write-offs. Second of all, like, I'm very good at what I do.
Can't I just be in awe of your foresight and ability?
You can, but it sounded a bit skeptical. Like, how? I wouldn't have thought you could be this player. I wouldn't have guessed you had a brain.
I mean, some people are just like, oh no, I've got my setup, and
you know what?
That's that. I'll set for life.
You know what? The doors or the windows have to open because otherwise, how does the guy get out?
I may be mistaken. I feel very confident saying that there's gonna be a way to like hinge, or it's gonna be deliberately meant to be popped. I think the whole canopy is gonna come off to do that. But again, I love finding these things out. So let's see. This a 1x8? Yes. All the way across the front. Okay, needs some flat angles. There's another one here somewhere. And some smooths. Okay, so you're going to be going facing interior.
I have so many stickers that need homes. Are you just not telling me where they go now because I got them on a little crooked?
I'm not that cool.
You're going to be here with an X-Acto knife after I leave.
So I guess that's for the passenger that Simone doesn't have.
I feel like we could find him a passenger.
Wheel wells. I am so enjoying this. It's all coming together. Oh, these would have been amazing boomerangs for my woodsman. All smooth at the top.
Where are all these woodsmen today?
Either storage or my brother may have them in the big tub.
That's why you never combine stuff with your brother.
Big tub of Lego. Well, that was the thing. Part of the difficulty in rebuilding on my M-Tron stuff was having to dig through the tub to find all the individual pieces. And it's only when you find, you know, those small but nearly unique pieces that things start to fall apart. You're like, oh god, I've got to go through this entire tub trying to find this one black piece that has just some minor orientation difference. And then it takes you the better part of an hour for one piece. Or worst of all, he goes through like a little plastic bag, like, oh, it was here the whole time.
I mean, if I had the time and was putting Legos away in a big bin, I would definitely try to put the unique pieces in a separate pile.
Well, we started doing little things like translucent pieces, actual bricks, flats. If you start separating by that, then it makes for lots of smaller piles to find things. And thank goodness for that, because again, it was quite involved. What gets me though is that we were, as children at least, we were also modders. So there are a fair number of pieces that have literally been destroyed to, it was meant to accommodate something else, and that time has since passed.
I feel like I'm getting slapped as a child. Like I can hear my parents screaming at me and breaking things because I modded a piece.
We had very different childhoods.
We did.
Oh, good. We've got, looks like at least 2 sticker pieces coming up.
My usefulness is on the way. I mean, that's a way to do it.
There, now he's got a better vantage point.
Oh, why does he have a wrench? Is it suggesting that those cars break down a lot? You're giving me a death glare.
It's not a death glare. It's a bewilderment glare. Okay. Oh, where do I start?
It's all right. You just go ahead and build.
No, where do I start? So, it's not so much that they break down, but if you can afford one of these, you can afford to maintain one of these. And the maintenance is, I mean, it depends on what you're doing with it, but when you think of the speeds, the heat that we generate on the tires, yeah, you can, and how expensive these things are. There are, I'm trying to remember what it was at the time. This was, 10 plus years ago. We have a garage in town that I used to deliver parts to that had all kinds of cars like this. Not necessarily super cars, but lots of high end, Porsches, things like that. And every now and again, they had something really fun in that they would let me take a look at. And some of the people that were driving these, they would drop $400 on the oil change.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Tires for these things could be ridiculously expensive. And the thing is, if you were theoretically racing one of these, you would want it to be in absolute tip-top shape. So, yeah, you would change out every consumable to make sure that it's as fresh as possible.
All right.
Make sure that your tires are honestly, if you're gonna really tear up the track, you could go through an entire set of tires, and these are not cheap tires either.
We seem like we are getting close to the end. I will warn you, we are at 39% on this one, 55 on this one. I cannot even tell on this one.
I feel like I should just go, oh, we'll be fine.
Yeah, that sounds like the smart way to do it.
I mean, honestly, whoever heard of something going bad after you say, don't worry, we'll be fine?
I mean, it is like the trademark famous last words of every horror game and movie and book. The only thing worse is, what's the worst that could happen?
The worst that could happen? Like the absolute worst?
You know what I would love? If it dies before you get like the last 3 or 4 pieces on, and then you have to like wait a whole week to touch it again and finish it. And it just has to sit here unfinished while you look at it every day.
Fellas, make sure the person you fall in love with does not have a sadistic streak, because it will come back to haunt you.
Wait. Is it, that feels like an accusation there. What are you trying to say?
That felt a bit that felt a bit sado, honestly. Oh, it's so smooth. Look at it. So elegant.
Elegante.
Oh, I'm not quite seeing what we've got here. I mean, I imagine it's the front fender somehow, but at least at this particular moment, I'm having trouble seeing it. Oh, wow.
Okay. 6,
Okay.
7, 10, 10.
So 6 here. We're going to do this pass back a couple times. And while she's doing that, I'm going to attempt to...
It was 6 and then 8 on the other side, yes?
8 is the opposite one, yes.
And then I saw 10s. Where did the 10s go?
The 10s go on the smooth parts at the bottom. Okay, so if that goes like this, it's going to end up like that. Okay, gotta get this oriented. Make sure we do this the right way. What did you do, Ray?
Nothing. I didn't just like have my fingers completely flick it in the opposite direction. Nothing. I'll wear it.
Did you lose it?
Not lost, because I know it went this way because I heard it hit the box.
Did you lose? Have you temporarily misplaced
I'm
the
finding
fender?
it now. I'm just worried that it went into all these white bags, in which case it'll take me a minute.
I would recommend checking under the table.
Okay, first things first, let me set the sticker back on the sticker paper.
Do you need help?
I don't know yet. Problem is, I heard it hit, but I didn't see where it hit. Do you absolutely need that piece now, or will you be coming back to it in a few minutes?
I can come back to it in a minute.
I'd come back to it
I'm
in a
concerned
minute.
about you.
I'm just having a little mild panic attack. Just broke my boyfriend's car.
And thus the Countach was never finished.
Stop! I can't take the guilt.
Okay.
You know what would be helpful? Do you have your phone?
Do you need the light?
Yes, if you could turn on the flashlight, because all my phones are preoccupied. Thank you.
I wish I could describe how entertaining it is off camera.
You are not.
I am trying to laugh with you, not at you.
You are so laughing at me. And I'm only half laughing. I'm nervous laughing right now. Because I know if I don't find it, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Well, it's not like you lost it down the pit of despair, where you can't even think about trying to escape.
Where the hell? In the box.
Everything oriented nicely so far. Sorry, I know we're running out of room on the tray. I'm trying to build these in frame of the camera, but it's not as easy anymore. How you doing over there, darling?
I'm confused. I'm very confused because I'm not finding it. It's not under here as far as I can see. Oh. I'm so confused. Yeah, I may need a second set of eyes on this because I'm at a total loss.
Okay, stream family, give us 1 second.
Sorry. You know what? While we're waiting? What? Oh my god, are you serious? You stood up for 10 seconds and saw it. Now I'm just embarrassed.
Just enjoy your disco party.
Disown me. I deserve it.
See, I'm hoping that we're going to build an audience that will go back and look at the archives and they'll be like, hey, Shin, remember that time? And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember that.
Remember that time your girlfriend messed up your car and then you stopped talking to her for 6 months? And...
I don't remember that part. Okay, so I've gotten a bit turned around on this thing, so yeah, check my brick orientations again.
I feel like I've reasonably redeemed myself on this sticker set.
Thank you, darling. I will need number 9 on this one. Can you see here how the orientation is?
Okay,
so may I?
So I'm putting like that.
Yes. Oh, I do love this part. I really hope the microphones pick up that very satisfying click. There we go.
You know what I'm confused about though? That piece was sitting right there in the open, and I was on my hands and knees. It didn't even like hit my hands or knees on it. I feel like there's witchcraft going on there.
In this case, I honestly think it was merely a. You were literally on top of it, which is why you couldn't see it. Oh,
dang,
look at that!
Good.
Look at that translucent effect. God, that is. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, guys, coming up to the end. Mostly got the big stuff now. Okay, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Okay, I'm going to have to pass off the main body for just a moment. So, 1s back here, 5s here, 7 on the front. Do you want the instruction manual for this one?
Sure.
Okay, let's get these ready to go here. Get the feeling like the microphone gear shift thing is probably going to be not used anymore. I believe this is going to be the spoiler. Got our hubcaps here. In fact, if we're going under the assumption that these are just going to slide in here, let's take care of that. Okay, let's see. Haven't used these yet, so... Oh my, what in the world are those? Another piece I feel very confident saying I have never seen before. Let's see, otherwise... I'm thinking spare, spare, spare. Spare, spare. So we're going to set these over here for a second. That's just my guess. I imagine we're also only going to use 2 of those, so I think you're a spare 2. So let's see if I can get a proper orientation on these. Thank you, darling. So on the one side, it's a circular, 1 pip stud. But on the other, it's got what is essentially a handhold. And again, I imagine this is going to be involved in the spoiler. Okay. It's going to require, yes, definitely a certain degree of precision and understanding. Oh, wicked. Okay.
Wait, I think that's all the stickers.
Are you sad?
A little. Can I pop on a tire?
Once we get to tires, absolutely. So yeah, the spoiler, thankfully, is very straightforward. The only thing is... making sure that the attachment pieces go on in the right location. Which thankfully we know that there are on the ends of what is a 4-stack, 4-flat, 4-stack, 4-wide. Make sure that they're nice. Again, you get those angles nice and right. Okay, how about we compromise and we both get tires? Do you want fronts versus backs? Do you want lefts versus rights? Do you want catty corners?
I feel like I'm already angled for the front here, so that would be the easiest move.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and let you pop in those. I'm going to pop Simone's racing helmet on. I have to set his wrench aside for a moment. Don't worry, my dude, we are almost there.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
You have one of your hairs stuck in the spokes here. It's okay. It's not a huge deal.
That is what the wrench is for. I'm pretty sure that's blonde.
It's short and black like your hair, sir.
It was short and
You can't
blonde, like one of
blame-
your adorable eyelashes.
You can't. My eyelashes are black. My hair is not naturally blonde. You can't blame every hair in the house on girlfriend glitter.
I can, I will.
You will not. I will not have it.
Okay.
Oh, he's a good boy. Hold on, before we seal him away. Doesn't he just look so happy in here? Everybody looks happy before they crash.
Wow.
They don't see it coming. You know you're dating a dark girl. Don't even.
That got really dark.
So now the question, do the doors open? No, they don't, do they?
I mean, unfortunately not surprising.
Poor little guy. I hope he's got enough air in there.
Why would they be airtight?
Because it's a car. Silly.
What?
You don't want wind resistance in the car.
What?
Silly.
Have you ever been in a car that's airtight?
I mean, I feel like a race car is airtight.
No.
Okay, hold on. Let's move the tray. You gotta roll it. That was a weak roll. People have been sitting here for a payoff. I'm afraid it's gonna fall off the table and smash, so now I'm afraid to throw it at full force.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. We did a thing. And let's see, according to YouTube Live, it has been 109 minutes and some seconds, so yeah. Whew. Woo, we did it!
Good job, Simone. I'm proud of you.
Did it. It's done. The Pod Squad had some fun. There's nothing to it when you do it. Yay, Pod Squad. Yay, us.
Oh, not only do they not open, I think they're actually stuck.
Oh my. He's a good little jumper.
I'll look into that.
All right. Well, any last words before we sign out? Other than thank you to the people who randomly tuned in and out.
Thank you, people who randomly tuned in and out.